a strong connection between their daily and long-term goals and what's meaningful to them. It's no surprise that mission statements are ignored, New Year's resolutions languish, and our diets are doomed from the start. We have no hope of achieving our goals if we don't connect our passions with the objectives in front of us. The good news is that Mark and Bonita clarify what you can do about it. Your levels of engagement and enjoyment are directly related to whether or not you feel your goals are meaningful. And your value to all the MVPs in your life is directly proportionate to what you seek to know about their values and how hard you work to help them achieve it. You will succeed and be admired by making sure you support your MVPs in achieving success and admiration for what matters. In fact, this is an important distinction. You are happiest and most motivated when the admiration you seek is for something that matters. What's inspiring about many gifted leaders is that they've suffered long periods in which they were not valued or admired. Great people are often misunderstood, even resented or ridiculed. Eventually, they persist only because they worked for something meaningful, and that's what helped them reach their greater potential. What this means for you is that when you're trying to motivate others to help you, you have to be very clear about what you value and recruit people for your team who love what you're doing and who are willing to develop the skills to do it so well that they become excellent. If you don't, that same team could be among the 2/3 of the population who find work pointless. If you aspire to become more valued in your work and you'd like to get ahead in your job, Mark and Bonita have a great prescription for you. They'll give you some powerful ways to stop the complaining about why you don't feel appreciated or understood by your MVPs. In this book, you will get the tools you need to determine what your MVPs actually value, to stand in their shoes, and keep supporting them until you help them get the message. When you find a way to give your MVPs the support to achieve their goals in a meaningful way, then they'll reward and admire you. That's the key to success in reaching the top of any most admired list, at the office or at home. But more important, that's the secret to finding meaning and happiness in your life and work. Frances Hesselbein is the recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, America's highest civilian honor, and CEO and president of the Hesselbein Institute, formerly Leader to Leader Institute, and Peter F. Drucker Foundation for Nonprofit Management. Marshall Goldsmith is a New York Times best-selling author and the #1 leadership thinker in the world, according to the Thinkers 50 conference, sponsored by Harvard Business Review.
To Vanessa, our BFF, who taught us a new kind of love that has changed our lives. Section 1. What you want. 1. Are you valued? Our commuter jet was rolling out on the runway on Southwest Airlines just before dawn when there was a brief flash of lightning and a heavy downpour. The flight attendant began the same dreary safety talk that nearly all the passengers could by now repeat from memory. But none of us could imagine what would happen next. Half the cabin was reading, and the other half was already fast asleep at that hour. As we neared takeoff, the flight attendant was becoming increasingly annoyed at our total lack of interest in her lecture on how to fasten seatbelts. She suddenly shouted into the microphone. "Listen up," she demanded, swinging the seatbelt in the air. "You think you're experts on this sort of thing, but if this plane falls out of the sky during this storm, I guarantee you're not going to be napping, reading your Kindle, or chatting with your pals." We couldn't quite believe what we were hearing. "If we get into trouble up there, you're going to be thinking about how you might have had a tiny chance at survival if you had listened to me. Then you'll think about your loved ones and see your life pass before your eyes as we fall out of the sky." I dropped my iPad, which was supposed to be turned off by now anyway. Every last person in the cabin was now riveted, giving her our rapt attention and wishing we had missed this flight. "Okay, here's what's going to happen," she continued breathlessly. "If there is a sudden